Hey everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode. Sorry I've been away. I lost my voice this week after being sick, so wanted to make this episode a while ago. Unfortunately, just finally getting to this because I've been getting asked this a lot. I figured I would just make a separate video on this topic itself, and that is why you should just push to headquarters 30 as fast as you can. As always, if you find this information useful in any way, please like and subscribe, and let's jump into it. One of the biggest reasons why you push to headquarters 30 is you get different level troops the higher you push. And getting to level 30, while you don't get tier 10s just for unlocking headquarters 30, you do have a separate tech tree that you have to go through. You cannot get to that until you get to headquarters 30 anyways. But along the way, you're going to be able to pick up your tier 7, tier 8, and then tier 9 troops before pushing to 30 and getting your tier 10 troops. So this is probably one of the most important things about getting headquarters 30 is getting stronger troops. And if you don't know much about troops, troops are what give your march, which is your heroes plus your troops is going to be your march. These are what give your march the power that they have. So the lower the troops, even if you have all 5-star maxed out heroes and you only have tier 6 troops, they are going to be significantly weaker than if you even have tier 8 or tier 9 troops. And when you look at the stats here, so you have the HP, attack, defense, the morale, and the squad load capacity isn't too important. That's just how much loot you can take. If you hit somebody's base or if you go farm some tiles, that's what that stat is there. But the morale, the hero attack, the defense, HP, that stuff all adds up. And this is per unit that you have. So for every level 9 troop, these are the stats that you're getting. So if you have 2,000 of these, you times that by 2,000, and those are the stats that these troops are giving your squad. So the higher it is, the better it's going to be. All right, next up, let's talk about buildings. As you progress, you're going to unlock several different buildings, which are key to progress and power. First of all, you're going to start unlocking these different squads, the garages here. And then next, you're going to be able to upgrade your centers, which these give you direct power increases to your marches. So you're going to pick a center, essentially just upgrade one. You don't want to upgrade all of them unless you are a whale and you have multiple marches that are really strong. Most players are only going to be able to upgrade one of these, and you'll just want to focus on one because you'll need to upgrade this to get to headquarters 30. And so only progressing one of these will save you a ton of resources in the long run. Once you hit 30, you can always go back and upgrade the other ones. Other important buildings you'll unlock along the way will be the emergency center, which allows you to retain some of the killed units. So you have units that are wounded that go to your hospitals, and some of the killed units go to the emergency center. And then from there, you can bring them essentially back from the dead to add them to your team, which is nice. Your drone, which you get after you unlock it. You'll also get up to 3 drill grounds. The 4th one you'll be able to unlock through tech, but it's always good to have more drill grounds because that allows you to carry more troops. When you carry more troops, the more attacking or defending you can do. And then another key building here is going to be the gear factory. While overall not extremely important other than just crafting some of your gear, but getting this up to level 20 will allow you to do star imprints on your gear. So this is where you use the legendary blueprints, come in here and upgrade the gear, and you'll need your gear factory to level 20 before you're able to do so. All right, so moving off of buildings and onto some of the other tasks, and that is going to be something like your secret mobile squads. These here are all based on your level. So as you can see, right now I'm max. So at 27, so 27 through 30, this does not change. Once you hit 27, you're at the max until you go to headquarters 31, and then you get the 6-star task level. So once you hit 27, you're in a sweet spot to get max rewards, and this is probably one of the best way to pick up a lot of different items, including shards or skill medals, things like that every day. And don't forget to assist your allies. You'll get these boxes along with speed ups, resources, and other items. And when you collect those treasure maps, you come in here, open these boxes up, and you got a pretty good chance of opening up some pretty good boxes and getting, a lot of different resources, maybe some speed ups, skill medals, and then legendary hero chests. If you get some gold boxes, that is really sweet. You can get 10 to 20 of these boxes here, and depending on how new you are to the game, that can be some pretty big progress for you. Then you have your arms race. So if you click on the events tab here, click on arms race, you will see every 4 hours you'll have these events that roll around. And as of right now, I am again at the second to highest tier until I get to headquarters 29, which hopefully I'll be at soon. Once you hit headquarters 27, the stretch from 28 to 30 is actually pretty fast. I went from 27 to 28 in just a matter of a week, and I hope to do the same with 29 and 30 as long as I can get the resources to do so. But as you level these up, you're going to have more skill medals, more resources, more speed ups. So it's just so much more value the higher you get in your headquarters level. You're getting more out of this, you're getting more out of your secret mobile. There's just so many reasons why it's better to push to a higher level. And then speaking of resources, if you go to your resources and check out the level tiered chests, every time you move up a headquarters level, these become more valuable. So if you think of it this way, if you open up a chest at level 30 versus opening a chest at, say, level 24, you're going to get maybe 500,000, if not more, items or resources per chest than you would have gotten at headquarters 24. So when you go and do that upgrade that you're thinking about doing at headquarters 24, now it becomes a little bit cheaper in comparison now that you're at headquarters 30. So going back and upgrading buildings after you hit headquarters 30 does become, in a sense, quote unquote, cheaper to do. And you're going to have things like your arms race, these speed ups, these resources, all that stuff is going to add up to even more for you to progress faster when you're pushing other buildings and doing your tech. And then talking about tech, when you get to headquarters 30, you're no longer worried about resources for buildings. Now you can go crazy and dump your resources into tech. Obviously, the most important is going to be your special forces tree. You're going to come in here, do the minimum amount of work down to get to these last groups of researches. And once you get here, max these 4 out, you'll be able to unlock your tier 10 troops. And then obviously you'll just need to upgrade a barracks up to level 30 then to be able to train those. But once you have them, going back, doing a bunch of hero tech, doing a bunch of unit tech, finishing off, a couple garages, and then you'll be able to do your siege to seize, and then your defense fortification, and your masteries. Your masteries give you a ton of power too when those unlock. I just don't have them unlocked yet, so you don't see them. But those will give you a ton of power for your marches as well. All right, lastly, as you're progressing, you'll be able to get higher levels on your heroes. And what does that mean? As you level these up, if you look, you're going to see you're going to have a higher march size. You're going to get more attack, more HP, and more defense. So overall, when you're jumping levels, say from 100, where your march size is 276 here, and now you're jumping up to 416, that goes back to the units. And remember, the more units you carry, the more you're going to have in your fixed stats as well as your morale per all those troops that you carry. So it's just so much better when you progress fast, you level up those heroes, and you have a really strong squad. And then you can just build up everything after. Like I said, you can go back, you can max out tech, you can build up some other buildings, and just fill in the gaps that you missed along the way. And getting things like hero shards does become easier as you get to headquarters 30 because of the secret mobile here. You'll be able to get a lot more shards out of here, hopefully. That should be easier for you. And then same thing out of your trucks, if you can get your trucks and roll shards in your trucks. but it does seem like it is easier to get hero shards and skill medals. Obviously, skill medals are going to be easier to get too because everything else is going to be higher. The tiers are going to be higher for those other items like arms race. Which means as you come in here, you get these up to 4-star, 5-star, you'll already be able to come in here and max out their skills for whatever level they're at, which is awesome. So just to recap, when you are building your headquarters, you're pushing headquarters, you're going to have just a couple buildings every time that you'll need to upgrade in order to push to the next headquarters level. For me right now, it's Tech Center and just one of the centers, one of the aircraft centers, either the Missile Center, Aircraft Center, or the Tank Center. And I'm focused on aircraft because my first team is aircraft. So I'm going to work on the Aircraft Center, get this bad boy maxed out, and get this ready for Headquarters 29 after I do my Tech Center as well. And that's all I'm focusing on. I'm not building other buildings. I'm not doing a bunch of other tech to burn through resources. All I'm doing is saving my resources, building the things I need to build. If it is versus day, I just come in here and do my versus tech on my versus tech day. And that's pretty much it. I hope this video helps. As always, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.